Alright, YouTubers, this is Team Cyanide here again with deck of the month and to show off our newest deck. And as you can see, there's our previous decks lined up. Oh, of course, wow, yes, we have a lot of decks. And yes, those are my ST memory cards. Something went wrong with this one, I don't know what. I'm not sure. Alright. Well, we went to regionals today, and this deck placed in 17th. I don't know. I I made a few bad mistakes against some very powerful players. Alright, let's take a look. Dun, 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 dun. This deck of the month is, yes, you're right, the demonic deck itself, Infinities. Alright, well, let's start off with Infinity Archfiend. You must run 3 of that. He basically is a searcher. He searches out anything in the deck. Next we have Infinity Necromancer. 3 of him as well. He is basically a, well, not the Goblin Zombie. What is it called? He's basically a costless zombie master, except that I have to have no hand. Too bad. Alright, next comes Infinity Beetle. You tribute Beetle for 2 more. Deep Sea Diva, right? Pretty cool. And he's a tuner. So basically with those 3 primary monsters, you get off the entire loop and basically make a +7 and win the game. That's the whole idea of Infinities. That's the whole idea. Alright, then after we have one of the weirdest Infinities in the game, Infinity Avenger. Oh my, I totally despise this card. No, I actually love this card. The thing is that what I hate about it is that what Konami did to it and censored the guns. Now he has some blow dryers that are looking very weird, with a very demonic looking little fiend. Alright, alright, that's all the Infinities for now. Next we have, oh wait, actually that's not all the Infinities just yet. Now next we have Dark Gruffer. He has an extra extra field safe to get the Infinity monsters in the grave. Yes, Dark Gruffer. Surprisingly, I only run 1 of him. And 2 Mirage. Basically, he is a monster version of Infinity Launcher, which, as you can see, is our next card. Infinity Launcher, just as Infinity Mirage, brings back 2 from the grave when you tribute it. So, yes, when you tribute it. Launcher can also help by discarding an Infinity monster, not an Infinity, not a non-Infinity card or monster from your hand. Too bad, but it's still pretty awesome. I give it a 5 out of 5. 3 of him. Alright, next are your spell and trap removals. You run 1 Giant Grenade, obvious reasons, 1 Heavy Storm, obvious reasons, and it is also Staple. Alright, MST Staple. Alright, here we come to some very interesting text. My body's a shield. I know it doesn't truly fit with the deck build, but I was thinking, wouldn't he run this card? Because he's so powerful, he can actually take a direct hit and still win the game. And run 2 of that. And we are seeing Marauding Captain as a recurring team in this deck. Because look, he's here again with reinforcements of the army, aka Rota. Reinforcements basically searches out my one and only, I can't believe that, one and only, Dark Gruffer. I'm supposed to have supposed to get a second Gruffer, but Gruffer is very expensive. Alright, next we have another searcher, 1 for 1. Basically you toss 1, get out 1, you toss 1 monster from your hand to get out a level 1. Works demonically well with Infinity Mirage, excuse the pun, and Infinity Avenger. Okay, well this foolish baby, I'm just trying it out now. I am actually going to try it out against one of my apprentice's deck, his Blackwing. It's this deck is quite demonic, and foolish baby just seems to fit with the team. Alright, now for the best trap cards that you'll ever come across in the Infinity deck. Well, minus the Infinity Barrier, but you need this more. Infinity Inferno, run 3. He's like 3 foolish burials in one. Sorry, 4 foolish burials in one, because you get to toss monsters from your hand, or sorry, cards from your hand. They can be monsters if you want. They can be. They don't have to. And you get to send 2 monsters, Infinity monsters, sorry, Infinity cards from your deck to your graveyard. You would probably see him getting either semi-limited or limited next format. Bottomless, 2 bottomless for removal of monsters. Removal again, torrential, staple with mirror force. Alright, but that's it for destruction. Next we come for the swarming decks and the OTK decks and Infinity decks as well. This deck is so brutal against other Infinity decks. It is, I wouldn't even begin to explain how this one card has saved me. Threatening Roar. Basically stops everything. Stops all attack at least. Run 3 Threatening Roars. Alright, another interesting tech. Since I don't run Infinity Barrier, I run something almost as good. Dark Bribe. This card saved me today so many times. It stopped a solemn judgment. A guy paid 4,000 of his life worth to stop my gun, and he ended up getting dark bribed. It was really great. Then now comes Starlight Road. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Yes, for obvious reason, he's there as protection against torrential in some cases, and most importantly, Heavy Storm and Icarus. Most importantly, Heavy Storm and Icarus. Plus, I get a Stardust. One dust. That's what you're running. 2 dust tornadoes. Spell and trap removal. I side deck a 3rd one, and here I come to the last trump card in the deck, and one of the most interesting techs for this deck. Infinity Break. It is like a Regeki Break, except for infinities. You remove an infinity card in your graveyard from play, like a Spent Mirage or what have you, and you get basically another infinity card. Well, sorry, get a blow up a card. This card is a very interesting tech because we have to use Somebody Field, and just in case your opponent drops a Gauze, you can take this card and set it, and well, your opponent kind of has to get around this. If they try to sync someone for Black Rose, you can blow up their tuner before they get a chance. Or if they try to go for Stardust, you can again blow up the tuner. If they activate Macrocosmos or Defissure, you can blow it up immediately. It has a variety of uses. Alright, extra deck. 1 Psychic Life Transfer, 2 Mistworms, 2 Stardust Dragons. Sorry. Oops, look at that. 1 Gaia Knight, 1 Goyo, 1 Magical, 1 Flamefell, 1 Brionac, 1 Black Rose, one of the demonic dragons, Ally of Justice, Catasta, Thought Ruler Archfiend, Mental Sphere, aka Mental Sphere Demon. The second of the demonic dragons, Red Demon's Dragon, or English would call it Red Dragon Archfiend. Curse you, 4 kids. Curse you. And possibly one of the baddest synchros in the game, and also the true demonic dragon, Infinity Death. Although Konami again censored it, so it's called Infinity Doom. Alright, I hope you like this our deck of the month, Infinity deck. We shall be doing this ever so often. Well, every month, ha ha ha. This is Steve Cyanide. I'm signing off. Bye.